Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Please forgive me, my energy level is low. I'm a little bit under the weather. I've been running myself ragged. But before we go on with today's video, all I ask is for you guys to remember to hit that thumbs up. It does take a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And again, please forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather. As usual, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So what's happening? Well, I have something for you guys. Even though I'm sick, I wanted to bring it to you guys because it's absolutely unbelievable what's happening right before people's eyes, but they're not recognizing it. So the people who are selling their shares right now, it's okay because my son will need a butler, he will need a chauffeur, he will need a chef, he will need a landscaper, he will need an HVAC guy, he will need a plumber with his millions. And this is the way the game has always been played. I've said it many times before. As Jeff Bezos said, he looked at the company, what it was doing, and it was increasing on every metric and on every level, even though the share price came down from over $100 to like $5 something. It's the exact same things that's happening with NIO right now. You see, Xpeng is selling a lot of cars, but the type of cars we're selling, our profit margin is going to be so high that Xpeng will have to sell, just like BYD, way more cars to keep up with our revenue that's getting ready to come in. And some companies will become profitable before us. There's no doubt about that. Because they're building a business model that's not sustainable for quick profits. And I've said that many times before. So you have companies that will be million-dollar companies, and then you're going to have the trillion-dollar companies. However, not all trillion-dollar companies are created equal. Remember that also. Amazon is a trillion-dollar company that's on next level. So is Alibaba. So is Baidu. But Tesla is a trillion-dollar company that does not deserve to be a trillion-dollar company and is crumbling even though the stock price keeps going up and Wall Street is pumping it. Well, some of Wall Street is starting to actually tell the truth now, where UBS says Tesla in China, they said, we no longer see Tesla as the technology leader. Yes, you heard that right. They no longer see Tesla as the technology leader. They did not say who they see as the technology leader, but we all know who that is. We all know that it is NIO. The ET9, the most technologically advanced EV in the world. The driverless technology new NIO world model that we just rolled out. Just to name a few. We made our own chip, something that Tesla could not do. A God chip that's 4 times faster than NVIDIA. So UBS is right in saying that they no longer see Tesla as the technology leader. But while all this is happening, I wanted to give you all some incredible information. Remember I told you guys that we talked about how the partnership with CATL and NIO is strengthening so much so now. First, they said they're going to help us build battery swap stations globally in the whole world. Now they said they're going to help us make batteries. And I said, the writing is on the wall. It's just basic common sense. I believe that NIO is going to do a spin-off with the energy segment and give us shares in that segment. Not long thereafter, Cattle is going to come in and do a merger with that company. And then that company will in itself become a trillion-dollar company, apart from NIO with the chips and whatever else they're doing. But to make things even more interesting, a little birdie told me this like a year ago, but he said I couldn't talk about it. And now the birdie just called me and said it's public knowledge. I can talk about it. So NIO created a company in Australia called Blue North Star Limited. Blue North Star Limited. Through Blue North Star Limited, they bought 12.16% ownership in a mining company called Greenwing Lithium Resources. But why do they want to own lithium? Yes, the chips are coming together, my dear lads. You see, it's going to take us longer to become profitable because we're building a trillion-dollar company that is going to stand the test of time, not crumble like Tesla. We're not looking for quick profits. The emperor knew what he was doing. What we're doing is building a company that is much harder to build. It takes more time, just like Amazon, but it will be unshaken. Unshaken. So the story gets a little more interesting again. It says Alan Zheng, Senior Vice President of NIO, is on the board of Greenwing Lithium as a non-executive director. And Greenwing Lithium is already mining for lithium in Argentina. I'm not sure where else. But guys, it's getting very interesting and it's getting very yummy for the tummy. This is why I said my son will need a butler and a chauffeur, a chef, a landscaper, an HVAC guy, a plumber, an electrician, etc., etc. So the people who are selling their shares, their children will be providing these services for my son. It's okay. Society needs them. On top of all of this that's happening, NIO said on Tuesday it is rolling out a new safety feature, and I touched on this yesterday on one of my videos. This week, they're rolling it out this week, a new safety feature that allows its vehicles to autonomously pull over on highways in case of emergencies. No other EV company in the world has that technology. None. Now you wonder why they said finally they're admitting Tesla is no longer the leader in the technology field in the EV companies. The function called Emergency Autonomous Pullover is part of the latest software update to NIO's driver assistance system under its in-house NIO World model that's being released this week. How you all like them apples? I really like them apples. So as the illiterate sheep and the 99% poop in their pants as always that is expected of them, the 1%, will always do what's expected of us, and we will feed. It is currently available to users who activate the Smart Drive and Enjoy mode on select NIO vehicles, equipped with Full Scenario Navigation Assist. Full Scenario Navigation Assist. In scenarios where the driver is unresponsive, such as falling asleep or suffering a medical emergency, perhaps they fainted, got a stroke, a heart attack, God forbid, while using assisted driving on highways, the vehicle will first issue escalating in-cabin alerts. You know, like, hey buddy, your hands off the steering wheel, wake up, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Fool, wake up. Well, maybe not like that, but that's, if I was the AI, that's what I would say. If the driver fails to respond, the system will initiate a controlled deceleration, change lanes to the far right emergency shoulder when conditions permit, and bring the car to a complete stop. Remember when they were laughing at our in-house AI Nomi? Laugh no more, you fools. Nomi is the one doing this. Hazard lights are automatically activated, doors are unlocked, and an SOS emergency call is placed. NIO said the system is designed to function without any driver input and includes hardware and software redundancies to ensure safety. This feature is triggered when the driver is fully unconscious and unable to control the vehicle, the company said in a post on the official WeChat account. At that point, the assisted driving system must take over completely to ensure safety. The company stressed that while similar features have been shown in prototype demonstrations by other automakers, bringing the technology to series production presents significantly greater challenges due to regulatory and technical hurdles. A technical hurdle. And in this case, it's called the God chip, the Shenji. That was the hurdle, and we jumped over the hurdle. Yes. A year ago, NIO was among 9 companies approved by China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology and 3 other ministries to participate in pilot road tests for L3 conditional autonomous driving technologies in public roads. So, while the new emergency autonomous pullover feature remains under the broader 1.2 assisted driving classification, as NIO said, it reflects capabilities developed under its ongoing L3 technology validation efforts. So, as reported this week, the company has added battery manufacturing and related services, that they're going to be getting help from CATL, to its corporate activities of the Shanghai NIO Automobile Company Limited subsidiary. So this is why, guys, when the uneducated investor, and a lot of it is shorts, because I refuse to believe someone can be that stupid to put comments like, well, what about the stock? And this company's trash, and this company's going nowhere. And I've been holding the bag for 2 years. Well, son, I've had this company since they IPO'd because I understand the great Warren Buffett philosophy of long-term investing to become millionaires. While you want to poop in your pants and make a little 5, 10, maybe 20, $30,000 and you felt you became rich, and you still have to work till you die. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that right there thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.